Good afternoon, Grace. I hope you're doing well. I promised you a video, and a video you're gonna get. So, kind of wanted to walk you through what you kind of needed to do to make some changes to the site on your own. As you can see here, this is the new Locals tab, and I'm gonna show you how these three work here momentarily. So let's get started. I'm not going to show you every single thing about how this system works because it can be a little information overload, but I am going to show you the things that I really think you're going to need to make changes to. So first of all, when you're logged in, you will see this little arrow, kind of sitting over here to the left. You're going to want to click on that to expand and show menus, which you have no doubt seen. And down here in the not linked area, you will see this little thing here with like the two bars that says I'm a local, awesome outdoor, bucket list, all this stuff. All right, the little two bars thing here is actually something called an index. And I see a misspelling. That's going to drive me nuts. So there we go, fixed. Life is good. So when you click on that, okay, it's going to load what's called an index, which is basically like a big file of stuff. So it can be an image gallery, it can be more content, it can be an album, and you just keep kind of stacking it on top of each other. Now what I chose to do was I chose to just make an image gallery inside of Explore, which is Exploring SC right here, same thing. Inside the image gallery, if you click right here, it'll show you all the images. And they're done by drag and drop, so if you want to move these around, you just click and drag with your mouse, like so. If you prefer to make these just a link and send them off, you can do that by clicking on the little gear or wheel icon associated with each image. So that's not too hard. So what I'm going to do is we're going to click right here, all right, and it says, okay, here's South Carolina bucket list, and you can put in a title, put in a description, which I'm sure you're familiar with. But if you come over here to options, you'll see this little thing that says click through URL. And if you click on it, all right, it gives you an option to choose content, a file, which could be like a PDF, or show an external link. Well, we're obviously going to choose content. And we want to come down to this little thing called index and click on bucket list and click save. All right, and that makes the link go over to the bucket list index, which shows all the different little exciting things over there, like this stuff, sort of. All right. So that's a little kind of a 411 on how all that works. What I did is I made an index for each of the different thoughts. So explore, and here's the only kind of negative side. And you're going to be like, oh, I did all that work already. I don't want to do this again, but unfortunately you're going to have to. There is no filter feature to to show these three and then just show food or just show bucket list or just show outdoor experiences. So what I did is I actually created an index for each of those separate thoughts. And so when you click on Eat, Drink, and Be Native, okay, it takes you to, and I went ahead and installed 3 on here, although I didn't put in the background content for these. It'll show you all your Eat, Drink, and Be Natives, and down at the bottom, it shows you your 3 links so you can very easily go back when you're done looking at it. So if you were looking at Eat, Drink, and Be Native and you want to look at bucket list or you want to look at outdoor experiences, voila, you can do that. So that's kind of how I envision setting it up. So you will unfortunately have to load all those again. There's no copy feature. I have looked and looked and looked. There isn't one. So they're going to have to be added individually this way. But it will, unless you want to go with just one long page, you can do that. If you want them separated off, this is going to be the way to do it. You figure about the same amount of time that you put in to install all of them, just on separate pages, of course. So if you click on bucket list up here, right now it's just going to show you these three because I didn't know which ones were bucket list and which ones were awesome outdoor. So same thing with awesome outdoor. You'll see that all I did was install these, and I had, like I said, I had envisioned having them, sitting on top here so people can get right to the information, and when they are done, they can very easily find their way back. Of course, they have these menus up here if they choose to, if they want an alternate method of getting back, so they don't have to scroll all the way down. That being said, let's go back to I'm a Local, and with I'm a Local, I used the information you had and I made these. They are kind of sisters or brothers to the Explorers look. They use the same the same fonts, pretty much the same structure, icon, title. This is new, obviously, and then of course a little Meet Our Team thing. And I haven't linked these yet, and I'm gonna again show you how to do that. So you can do that and link these, and one of them goes to a blog, I know. One of them goes to your team page, and the other one goes to portfolio. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the Meet Our Team page because I've built that already, and I know that there's something actually there behind it. So it'll give you a full feature demonstration on how that works. So what we're going to do is we're going to click here. We're going to go to Main Local, and we are going to click on this little guy, and we're going to go into options like this, and we're going to click through URL and go to content. All right, scroll down to indexes, excuse me, not indexes, pages, and you should see a page called Meet Our Team. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click save. Site's going to refresh a little bit. I'm going to push this out of the way so we can see it at full page, and boom, there you go. There's the Meet Our Team page. Now, while we're here, it would be a good idea to note that whatever files Anna sent to you, which you sent to me, came across a little bit more green than I think she anticipated being, because this is the green for the site, and this is the green for that, and it doesn't quite match. If that's the way you want it, that's perfectly fine. I just wanted to make a note that I didn't actually do this. I just loaded the images in, and it did slightly change. So just thought I'd share that. Now, so let's say you're in a situation where you're like, darn it, I didn't want it to be that color. Let me show you how working in a normal page actually works. Come over here to the Edit button. All right, click on it, open it up, and it kind of creates this little Microsoft Word feature, so to speak. It's kind of a mini one, bold, italicized, all the stuff you'd kind of expect from a web content manager. And then over here you have this little image feature. All right, if you click Edit or you double click on it, all right, it will open up and you can remove it and replace it with another image. So if you don't like it, it's pretty simple to do. You just upload it from your local drive and click Apply when it's done, and it is it will work just like that, fit into that space really nicely. It'll pay your taxes for you. It'll create Utopia. It will, I don't know, I can't come up with a third one, and the third one is always a good thing to do when you're trying to really express something. So it's Friday, I fail at life. But anyway, I put these little dividers in, which you can choose to keep or not keep. Very easy. They're just called spacers. You can get to them by going right here in the element space. You always get to them by clicking on this little circle at the end, this little ball, and scrolling down to whatever features you'd like to install on the page. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, but now you are. Inside. Inside this, it works like a Microsoft Word document. If you want to make a change, you can see I can't spell. You can do that right there, and when you're done, you just click Save up here, and all is well in the world. So that is kind of a 40,000-foot view on how to make some very simple changes in there. And if you generally like the direction of this page, that's pretty much all you'll be doing. Now, If you want to make some heavy-duty changes to a page, no problem. I want to show you a little trick. Click on this little gear or wheel that you see on, like, every time you roll your mouse over, you kind of see this little gear or wheel. Click on that, and it'll create this little pop-up box for you, and scroll down, and you'll see this little thing that says duplicate page. Yeah, that thing will make your life so much easier. It's so awesome. So if you're wanting to make some kind of heavy duty changes to the site, you don't want to screw up the original, click on duplicate page. It'll say, "Are you sure you want to duplicate?" You're like, "We already told it that, so I don't know why it's doing that." But anyway, it does it. And you can call it Meet Our Team 2, just for whatever it is you want to do, whatever you want to call it. And it will create an exact duplicate. Now when you make changes here, it isn't going to make them up here. So and when you're done and you're satisfied, you can take this little little page, and you can drag and drop it upstairs, and there you go. See? And if you want rid of the original, you just click the little delete, the little trash can. I'm going to click the trash can on the copy because we don't need to Meet Our Team pages. So anyway, another thing that I want to show you here, and this is a good thing to practice, is you have a little kind of gallery running right here that makes these buttons work. Well, when I showed you the site a little while back, you couldn't make any changes to it because the I'm a Local didn't exist. So I couldn't put a little link over to it. Now I can, because I'm a Local does exist. Excuse me, sorry, didn't mean to click that. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to come in here, and we're going to click on this. Actually, did mean to click it. So I'm blaming Friday. I really am. I'm blaming Friday. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to come in here to Content, and I'm going to come down to Indexes, and click on I'm a Local. And I'm going to click Apply and Save. And sometimes when you make a change like this, you have to refresh your page. And you see how it's not giving me a link yet? Don't panic. That's, life is good. Just refresh your page, and it will say, "Fine, I give up. You win. I lose." And it will give you what you want. Hopefully, let's see here. Yep, there it is. And now you're right back. You're right back here where you need to be. Let me go back to the home page really quickly. This is probably like 10 minutes long by now. I'm sorry. But helpful information, or at least some of it is. Bear in mind, you can make changes to any part of the site. This is just another, gallery piece that's running. So if you want to, reorder these or get these, looking different, it's in this little thing called New Gallery. And you can reorder them, move them around, and the site will reorder it for you. If you want to, make a change to this quote, which is, Mr. and Mrs. Garrison, which is fake, you can double click on it and come in here and change the name, change the quote. If you want to add something to this page that wasn't there, you've got this, feature to add text boxes, another image, video, an image carousel, slideshow, another grid of images. You can add some bordering and some spaces and a form if you'd like, a newsletter sign up, a menu, but you're not a restaurant, a map, a button. A button can very easily be added, and commerce stuff like products, donation features. If you're an author, you can sell your stuff on Amazon. And some social media stuff should you choose. You can do that on every single page, and you can do that on every single blog post. So if you can do it here, you can do it anywhere. So anyway, that is kind of a 40,000 foot view, or maybe a 25,000 foot view of how this thing works. I could get really detailed and dive in and show you how every little thing works. I'm not going to do that. There's only one last thing I really want to show you, and that is when you're creating a singular page, how to edit the photo, the hero shot, which is up at the top. So if you do this real quick and you go to Meet Our Team, let's say, yeah, Meet Our Team, all right, and you see this, and you're like, Yeah, David, that's a nice shot, but not what we're looking for Meet Our Team. I'm not worried about that. You can click on this real quick, and it'll show you Basic, Media, and Advanced. Click on Media, and what do you know? There's your picture. So if you click Remove, it'll give you a little, upload icon right here that you find the picture you want. It uploads in. You click Save, and you've got a new picture running. So life is good. I think that'll do it for now, but if you have any questions, be sure to let me know. You did send me an email while I was making this video, so we'll see what that's about. I haven't looked yet, but anyway, have fun. Let me know if you need me for anything, and have an awesome weekend. Thanks.